Welcome everyone. IEEE Women in Engineering VIT presents you technical series and today's topic is Introduction to AI and Machine Learning. I am Priyanka Kumari and I will take you to the journey of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So let's understand how the field of AI emerged. Let's see what is the reason for the emergence of AI. The very first and big reason is data economy. So in the graph, you could see that the data has been increased by 44 times since 2009 with the help of social websites. And then what is data economy? So data economy refers to how much data that has been grown over the past few years and how much it can grow in the coming years. And the explosion of data, it has given rise to the new economy and there has been a constant battle between companies to get benefits from the data. Now, as you know, data has been grown on a rapid pace in the past few years and continue to follow the same trend. There is need of artificial intelligence. The big amount of data that has given rise is known as big data, and data science is used to analyze and visualize the data. So the science behind the data has grown to a new field where one can teach machines to learn from the data and derive a variety of useful insights, giving rise to artificial intelligence. You may ask, what is artificial intelligence? So, artificial intelligence is the science associated with the data towards the new paradigm where one can teach machines to learn from the data and derive a variety of useful insights. Okay, so it involves intelligence agents and autonomous entities that perceives the environment and take actions that maximize their chances to achieve success towards a goal. Artificial intelligence is a technique that enables computers to mimic human intelligence using logic. It is a program that can send reasons and act. Okay, so artificial intelligence is displayed by machine that stimulates human and animal intelligence. So let's look the some of the areas where artificial intelligence is in use. Artificial intelligence is redefining industries and providing a great personalization to users and automating processes. One such example which we should be familiar is self-driving cars. So self-driving cars are computer controlled cars that drive themselves. In these cars, human drivers never required to take the control and to operate the vehicle. So, the next example, which is revolutionizing the industry, is how Apple uses AI. So, Apple, it can experience the power of Siri, the voice. It simplifies navigating through your iPhone. It listens to your voice, commands, and perform the tasks. For instance, you can ask Siri to call your friend, play music, and Siri is extremely convenient to use. Other example is the Google product known as Google's AlphaGo. So Google AlphaGo is a computer program which plays a board game Go. It is the first AI product which has defeated the world champion of Go. Another product is Amazon Echo, which is a product of Amazon. It is a home controlled chatbot device that responds to humans according to what they are saying. It responds by playing music, movies, and many more. So, if you have even a compatible smartphone devices, you can ask Echo to turn on the lights, turn off the lights, or to dim the lights, appliances, and many more. So even you can see that we can use AI in chess. And some other and great example of AI is in robotics. So this is an example of concierge robot from IBM called IBM Watson. IBM Watson has been in top headlines as IBM Watson can compose music, play chess, and even cook food. Let's move ahead and look at some sci-fi movies with the concept of AI. These films featuring AI reflect the ever-changing spectrum of our emotions regarding the machines we have created. Humans are very much fascinated by the concept of artificial intelligence, and this is reflected in the wide range of AI movies. Data facilities and recommendations, which is basically recommendation systems. So recommendation systems are used by a lot of e-commerce companies. Let's see how they work. Amazon collects data from the users, recommends the best products according to the users' buying or shopping patterns. And then what happens is when you search for a specific product in Amazon store and add it to your cart, so Amazon recommends some relevant products which you may buy based on your searching option and the current shopping you are doing. So before you buy the selected product, you get many recommendations based on your interest, and there is a possibility that you may also buy that product with the selected product. Also, you may compare the selected product with the recommended product. So you can see that this is a very much good application of AI. Let's move ahead and understand the relationship between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. Even though the terms AI, data science, and machine learning they fall under the same umbrella but and are connected to each other, but they have specific applications and meaning. Let's try to understand these terms. So, what is artificial intelligence? As you can see over here, artificial intelligence replicate or mimic human intelligence. Coming to this basket, which is machine learning. So, machine learning provides the system the ability to automatically learn and improve from the experiences without being explicitly programmed. So, here is data science. So, data science is composed of data analytics, data mining, machine learning, AI, and several other disciplines. Let's look at this flow diagram and try to understand AI, ML, and data science. Interestingly, ML is also an element of AI, which is evident from this program as it falls under the category of artificial intelligence only, a separate category over here. So the first step is data gathering and data transformation. So this step basically involves and comes under data science basket. Data transformation, what is it? Data transformation is the way of converting the data from one formatted structure to the other formatted structure. After gathering the data, we would like to make predictions from it, which comes under the basket of machine learning. And to do this, we use ML technologies such as supervised learning or unsupervised learning. So, on an overview of supervised and unsupervised learning, it is used to make predictions from the given data sets. Now, you must be thinking, what is deep learning and where does it come? So, deep learning is a subfield of machine learning which involved algorithm, and it uses artificial neural networks which are structured and performed on the performance of neurons which are present in human brain. So moving ahead, now the next step is to get insights from the prediction which we have made, and this comes under the category of data science. So to get insights from the predictions which we have made, and now to do this we need data analysis, which comes under the process of data science. Now you must want data to perform some activities and some actions. This is where artificial intelligence comes into role and picture. So artificial intelligence, it combines the human decision and also the automated decision and create a new insights and products. So this is where the data performs some actions, and this comes under the basket of artificial intelligence. So let's understand the relationship between artificial intelligence and machine learning. Artificial intelligence is the engineering of the machines to make it more intelligent. So machine learning provides system the ability to learn from the past experiences and to analyze the trend and make predictions without being explicitly programmed. ML allows machines to gain intelligence, thereby it is enabling machine learning, is enabling artificial intelligence. So the relationship between data science and ML go hand in hand. Data science, it helps evaluate data for machine learning algorithms. Data science is the use of statistical methods to find patterns in the data. Statistical machine learning uses the same techniques as data science. Data science includes various techniques like statistical modeling, visualization, and pattern recognition. Machine learning on developing algorithms from the data provided. So, this is the definition of machine learning, that it is the capability of artificial intelligence systems to learn from the extracting patterns from data, and it is known as machine learning. So, now you must be curious to know what are the features of machine learning. So, let's look at this one by one. So, the very first feature is that machine learning, it used to detect patterns in the data set and it just program actions accordingly. So, pattern detection can be defined as the classification of data based on the knowledge already gained or on the statistical information extracted from the pattern. The second feature is that it focuses on the development of computer programs that can teach themselves to grow and change when exposed to new data by a method which is known as reinforcement learning. It uses external feedback to teach the system to change its internal working in order to guess better next time. The third feature is that it enables computers to find hidden insights using iterative algorithms without being explicitly programmed. The fourth feature is that it automates analytical model building using statistical and machine learning algorithms. Now let's understand the difference between the traditional approach versus the machine learning approach. So coming to the traditional approach, it uses both data and program. So in traditional programming, both data and program, they are provided to the computer, and then operations are performed on it, and then it gives the output. However, in machine learning, the approach is very different. In machine learning, algorithms are applied on the given data and output, and then the result of the applied algorithm and calculation is a learning model, which you can see over here. And that model, what it is used is that it helps the machine to learn from the data. So in traditional programming, you code the behavior of the program, but in machine learning approach, you leave a lot of that to the machine to learn from it by itself by training the model using algorithms. So the traditional approach, it lies on hard coded rules. Traditionally, you will hard code the decision rules of the problem at hand, evaluate the results, and then what you will do is that if the results are satisfactory, the program will be deployed for production. But if the results were not as expected, one would review the errors, change the program, and if and it is evaluated again, and this iterative process, it goes on. So then what is machine learning approach? So in this new machine learning approach, the decision rules, they are not hard coded. The problem is solved by training the model with the help of training data, and then in order to derive or learn from the algorithm, it is trained, and then the errors are reviewed, and then this technical model is evaluated against the test data. If the results are passed, then the model would be deployed for production, and if the results are not satisfactory, the training is repeated by some changes. So, evaluation, if it passes, it goes to production. If it fails, we review the errors and again we train it and we try to improve the model accuracy. So, then coming to machine learning techniques. Machine learning uses a number of theories and techniques from data science, and some of them are classification, categorization, clustering, trend analysis, anomaly detection, visualization, and decision making. Let's look at these techniques one by one. So coming to first one, that is classification. Classification, it is a technique in which the computer program learns from the data input given to it and then uses this learning to classify new observations. Classification is used for predicting discrete responses. Classification is used when we are training a model to predict a qualitative targets. The second one, which is characterization. Characterization is a technique of organizing the data into categories for its most effective and efficient use. It makes free text searches faster and provides a better user experience. Coming to the third one, which is clustering. Clustering is a technique of grouping a set of objects in such a way that the object acts in the same group are similar to each other than to that which are present in the other groups. It is basically a collection of objects on the basis of similarity and dissimilarity between them. So the fourth one, which is trend analysis. Trend analysis is a technique which is aimed at projecting both current and future movement through the use of time series data analysis. It represents variations of low frequency in a time series, the high and medium frequency fluctuations being out. So trend analysis, it is a technique which is aimed at projecting both the current and future movement of events with the help of time series data analysis. The fifth one, which is anomaly detection. It is a technique to identify cases that are unusual within the data. So anomaly detection, it can be used for solving intrusions by indicating the presence of intended or unintended induced attacks, defects, faults, and so on. So this is a technique very useful in nowadays to detect some anomalies in the data, and it can be applied in many fields such as fraud detection and many more. The sixth one, which is visualization. Visualization is a technique to present the data in a pictorial or a graphical format. Enables decisions makers to analyze the problem with the help of visualizations, which make it very easier for the users to understand the data. The seventh one is decision making. It is a technique or skill which provides you with the ability to influence managerial decisions with the data as evidence of those possibilities. Let's see the real time applications of machine learning. So, artificial intelligence and machine learning are being increasingly used in various functions such as image processing, then robotics, data mining, video games, text analysis, healthcare. Let's look at them one by one. The very first one, which is image processing. So image processing, it is a technique to convert an image into a digital format and to perform some operations on it so as to extract some important information from our data. So you can see or take an example of Facebook. It does automatic image tagging by recognizing the face from the user's previously tagged photo. So which is known as image tagging and recognition. The second use is that optical character recognition, which is OCR, commonly known as OCR. What it does is it scans the printed documents to digitize the text. The third example or in which it comes is self-driving cars. So, autopilot is an optimal drive system for Tesla cars. When autopilot is engaged, self driving cars can self steer, adjust speed, detect nearby obstacles, apply brakes, and park. And this is why self driving cars are coming and increasingly in demand in the market. Then the second application, which is robotics. Let's see how robotics use machine learning. Robots are machines that can be used to do certain jobs. Some other example of robots are humanoid robot, which is a very famous robot which can be used to detect the real emotions of human beings, or a robot which can be used in industries known as industrial robots for sampling and manufacturing the products. Humanoid robot, it detects the emotions of the human beings, and this robot, it is used in industries for sampling and manufacturing. So you can see the robots are influencing the market very much. The third application, which is data mining. So what is data mining? Data mining, it is a method of analyzing the hidden patterns in data. Let's look at some of the applications of data mining. It is used for anomaly detection, to detect credit card fraud, and to determine like which transactions they are seeming suspicious and which are varying from the usual transactions. Then it can even use for market basket analysis, which is used to detect which items are bought together by the users present in supermarket. It can also be used for grouping and predictions, where it can identify the users and classify them. The fourth application of machine learning, which is video games. ML is also used in video games. So you can take an example of Pokemon battle game. A lot of data is taken to predict the winner of the battle, and this is where ML plays role. A machine learning classifier will predict the result of the match based on this data. So this Pokemon winner, it would be decided on the basis of ML, where it would learn and from the data and predict like how to identify the winner of the game. The fifth application, which is text analysis. So what is text analysis? Text analysis is an automated process of obtaining information from the text. One example of text analysis is spam filtering, so which is used to detect spam emails. So Gmail, Google Mail, it uses spam filtering to classify the emails which seem suspicious, and they are put in spam category. So this is done by machine learning only, which comes under the basket of text analysis. The second thing which can be used and comes under text analysis is sentiment analysis. Okay, it is used to classify an opinion as positive, negative, or neutral based on the sentiment. It detects public sentiments in Twitter feed or filter customer compliance. So Twitter, it uses sentiment analysis in its feed. The other example which comes under text analysis is information extraction. It can also be used for information extraction, such as extracting specific data address, maybe, or maybe a word or entity. The last example which we would be discussing today is the healthcare. So there are many applications of ML in healthcare industry. It can be used to identify disease diagnosis, the drug discovery, its manufacturing, and even it can be used for medical image diagnosis and so on. So, ML is really revolutionizing the field of healthcare, and it is used at every step in healthcare for diagnosing the disease and then rectifying it, identifying it, and also in the drug discovery. So many healthcare companies have used ML, and it is really changing the healthcare industry. So you can see that ML and artificial intelligence is a real scope, and it is very interesting as its applications. You can see, I'm sure that you must be fascinated by the words such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. Even I am. So let's look at the key takeaways which you took, or which I would conclude for this session. You learn that the explosion of data has given rise to new economy, which is known as data economy, which we saw. Then we saw that AI refers to the intelligence in machines that stimulates human intelligence. We also learned that the capability of AI system to learn by extracting patterns from data is known as machine learning. Then we also looked at the statistical machine learning. It uses both math and techniques as data science. Then the last which we saw are the real world applications of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So we saw that artificial intelligence and machine learning are being increasingly used in various functions such as text analysis, data mining, image processing, robotics, video games, and many more. So thank you. This is all for today's technical session. See you. Thank you.